And you're going to do that over 4 counts. That's it. Great. And your hands, yeah, exactly. You know how they woo, and your hands are flopped down. That's perfect. You put your hand on your side of your crutch. Yeah, I asked Peter to do it, and he said, I don't have a crutch.
No, I don't have a crutch. I have a crotch.
Oh, a crotch. So, side on, hold your crotch. That's it. And it's bounce the ball. Margaret, you look like you're in agony. My main aim is to give them a massive adventure that they'll never forget. So what I thought is I would turn them into like a hip-hop crew, because nobody would expect senior citizens doing hip-hop. And a way for me to give them a big adventure is to take them outside their comfort zone. In order to get them to Las Vegas, first I need the money. So I will get them lots of media exposure about their dream to go to Las Vegas, and then hopefully get a sponsor and let them like do TV commercials and product endorsements or whatever. When you feel that you've got it, I want you to speed it up. Every time you see a clock, you're going to be doing 6 of these. Just the side. Make sure it's the side. Good. Sheila, you're doing it. Sheila is doing very well. You did really well. That was really good. Phew, you're finished. Take care, you ladies. See ya. Stay off the drugs, sisters.
Stay off the drugs. I will be very surprised if we do go to Las Vegas. I can't see it, but if we do go, I'll be pleased to go. I must admit I'm not too keen on the music. I really love the island very much. I fell in love with it when I first came because I found the people so friendly, and life was easier than in some places. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You can live your own life. Colin followed with his father with his love of the sea and ships. I was 45 when we got married, and he was 50. He died in 2004. I have thought about it, that I didn't want to be a little old woman sitting by myself, crying because nobody came to see me.
I have to be honest, we do get offers like this several times in the year.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that while all the respect is there for those who are doing this, that at the same time it's going to be entertaining. So we need to see some video.
You sure do. And what?
When is the qualifying that you are going to be competing in?
It's on the 22nd of March.
March?
Yeah, of March. So we have our work cut out for us.
Yes, you do. Keep us posted with it. Again, I don't think we have to give you an answer today. If we are going to give that invitation to get your crew ready for next August, which is what the World Championship is in August.
Yes, exactly. 3 and 4, and you pivot on the same spot, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
I do, yes.
If they get any further than that, you've got 3 ways of getting to Las Vegas. One is actually get there on your own back through hip-hop competition against the royal family and beat them. So that's probably not going to happen. Second is that you get to do a tribute performance, so that is an option. It's still on the table. We probably won't know till April. But even if that fails, then you just go to Las Vegas and you go flash mobbing. Just so you know why I'm fussing around Carol is these shots are seen by Hip Hop International, because every 2 weeks I'll update them back a bit. I want to get everybody in. Could you probably cram up a little bit and pretend you're enjoying it? Okay.
The 2011 Hip Hop Dance Junior Champions of the World! Back to defend their title from New Zealand! Bubblegum!
If somebody said, can you dance, I have to be honest and say no. Do you know anything about hip-hop? Well, not really. I've just started learning a bit on YouTube and a couple of books I got out. I'm actually the worst person in the world to be the choreographer of a hip-hop dance group.
We could do that with our letters. I think I've got all the moves now.
Yeah.
You know, I've got that and I've got this and that and I can go into that.
Yeah.
So I think
your timing's just a bit off.
Yeah.
So you have to turn around and check where Hannah is and stand right in front. Hannah, if you dare, you can move Cara if she's not in the right place. Terry, when you come on stage, you check Jan. Jan's always going to be there. Jan, you tell Terry to get in the row. Now, Selwyn, when you come into line, you look at Hella.
Yep.
And you...
See the edge.
No, you're not going to have that edge when you're in the Bruce Mason Centre. It's not going to be there.
Can we arrange that?
No. Okay. No, what are you doing? I'm gonna hit your hands if they come behind. Now go.
Oh, crash! Yay, look at the sun!
We may be old, but we're willing to risk a lot to get out here and do this thing that really is an image that fits teenagers more than it should us.
Just before we finish, I want to say thank you very much. You guys look amazing. I love the chains, I love the t-shirts, I love the socks. What are they? Leg warmers, they're cool as. Yep, let's do it.
I think I initially started it so that I could feel like I'm worth something. So that I could say, look, I made something happen. I'm worth just the same as everybody else. I've always had like a real good relationship with older people since my grandmother, and so I've always really liked them, because when I was young, I would go to my grandmother's and it was like quiet, and she didn't scream at me, she didn't call me names, she never ever beat me up or anything. There was just like the sound of like a clock ticking and little cups of tea and saucers moving, and it was all calm, and I really like that. And you just talk about your day, and should we have another cup of tea, and just these simple things that I could process and that were understandable to me. So I've always really liked them, so that's why I like this group. And like Mamie, I like her because she's like a bit like my grandmother. She's done all these really cool things, and I have so much respect for her. My goal is to get Mamie through winter and to go. If I can do that, I'll be in heaven. Hold on to your hats, folks.
My first big lover was an American Marine. And he was a very nice fellow, but of course he was nearly killed in Tarawa. And that was the end of that. He had to go back to America and stay in hospital for years. But it was an important part of my life. I remember having to decide whether I would sleep with him or not. And I wanted to do the right thing. So I read the Bible, which was what I did in those days. And it said something about doing things just for yourself. And I thought, that's what I'm doing. I'm saving myself because I want to be a virtuous person. And so I decided I would sleep with him, and I did.
Hey, Mamie! How are you, sweetie?
All right.
Give us a kiss. Here's your medicine. Go.
I feel as if... Go ahead.
Okay.
Try not to cut my toes if you can. Mel.
Now watch, you'll have to cover your eyes because these might flick out. Oh, this is rough as guts, isn't it? I think these need sharpening. Because last time they just went... I'll try this. I wonder if I should just... Is it tickling?
No.
These again. I might get these sharpened for next
I
time.
knew that one thing I could do would be a good parent. But then I made the big mistake of marrying somebody that didn't want them. And so, when I just had my 5th baby, I went through to my husband and said, "You haven't been to see the baby yet." And he said, "That's because I'm leaving you." He left me then with 5 children, so that was the start of quite a difficult part of my life. When my daughter was 5, I was able to go back to work, get a good job at the same school that my children were going to. Looking back, I think I've probably had a better and happier, fuller life than if he'd stayed around. Because when I was free, as soon as the boys were grown up, I was free to do what I wanted to do. And I did some interesting things.
This is like the first time in world history any hip-hop dance group over the age of even 60 have ever entered a hip-hop competition. And it's the first time they'll have done their full routine on stage, and hopefully they blow people away. Yo, brother! Yo, brother! Look, there's Peter! Yay! He's out here! It's us!
I'll be here for the boy one. How are you?
I'll come see you soon, eh?
Now, I'd like to welcome you formally to the Hip Hop Dance Championships for 2013. You ready to see some awesome dancing?
You ain't got this wet. You from the bottom and you think you on top of tracks. My cruise is man, we put a stop to that. The rates of a gonna tell the world the best is back. We got the smoke for the city and just fill up your lungs. We like a double-decker bus, the way we moving the buzz. It's like a full-time job just to put enough buzz. Got something for your crew if you ain't giving us love. Alright, here's the truth. No one's simply great goose. I don't wanna snitch, man, and they don't wanna say who. We hugging on the game, man. They probably wanna play too. Every day we stay high, never spit the same food. Cause I'm dope, man. Cause I'm the dope, man. Because I'm dope, man.
Remember, you must peel off. You must go the opposite way of the person in front if you're a senior. And go out there, do your very, very best. Get your game faces on. I want you to start feeling it now because you're actually on in minutes.
Are we ready for the next crew? Ladies and gentlemen, I really need you to make some noise for this crew.
All the way from Miami Island, our most mature group of the evening. Give it up for Hip Operation! Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise! You know what's happening tonight? Hip Operation is here to lay down the law, and you better scream!
exhilarating. I wanted to wave to all the audience when we went on. I thought, oh, I was supposed to do that.
I hate this. Okay, this is a cool. Hello, Billy speaking.
Hey, Billy, it's Lawrence Cohen.
Oh, hi, Lawrence. How are you?
I'm very, very well, thanks very much.
Oh, good, good.
I have with me Howard Schwartz and Karen Schwartz. They are the co-founders of Hip Hop International.
Yes.
I just wanted to make that introduction and turn it over to them.
Hi, Howard. Hi, Karen.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
I'd like to let you know that we have reviewed the videos once again here at Hip Hop International, and we are very excited to have Hip Operation perform at the 2013 World Hip Hop Dance Championship in Las Vegas.
Bullpucky. No way.
Yes, way. And we're very proud of you and what you've done with this group, and we can't wait to
right.
meet them.
Now,
I'd like to make another suggestion, if I can,
Yes.
because I really believe, we really do believe that you could put a little more energy in the music. Maybe some old school in there, too.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in your preparation.
that's great. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
Okay.
And Hip Operation crew.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Be well. Bye. Bye. Oh my God. So the nice thing is you'll be with the Desire Kids. All of you will be. So be all of you guys and your gang from Otar taking over Las Vegas. I had this in my mailbox. The famous Hip Operation crew, why hit the island? Hang on. Hi, Hip Operation. I just want to write and say how awesome I think you are. I watched you at the regionals and twice at nationals. All of you are such an inspiration and motivation to let people know age is just a number. It can't limit you in what you want to do. You showed the youngies that you have respect for their music and dance culture by wanting to be part of it. I have never ever heard cheering like I heard when Hip Operation performed. Keep performing, keep infecting people with your love of dance and life. You guys rock. This is a passport for Mamie. It's the application. If I don't send this is basically saying she's not going, she's not well enough, and therefore she's just going to die. And if I do send it, then there's still hope.
Well, goodness me.
What do you think?
What a pity that you have to live on your own and make beautiful soups just for yourself.
Didn't you have some wacky Becky somewhere, like when you were in the States?
I only had one puff of marijuana, and that was in Chicago. And this man that I was walking with, he used to smoke it quite a lot. Well, I think it just made me a bit sleepy.
Who were you having it with?
No, actually, it's not true. It made me feel quite sexy. But the trouble was, the man that gave it to me, he was gay. And what was the waste? That was true. I felt quite sexy after the marijuana. And he said, how do you feel? And I couldn't say to him, well, I feel rather sexy, but what are you going to do about it? I didn't say a thing. I've had enough of that soup.
Okay, fair enough too, you've done well. Did you hear Cara got a medical certificate to go?
Oh, yes.
And,
Well, they may decide that I'm not fit to go. I don't know.
if they say that, if they, well,
I'll face that when it comes.
well, if they say it, what do you, how do you, how are you gonna feel about it?
Oh, well, I'll be sorry, of course.
Yeah.
But I'll have to do it. I'll have to go what the doctor says.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Oh, good. As you know, like we're trying to get money for time by August, but with flights and stuff, you have to get them early, and we've got no money. What we can do is pay yourself to go there, which is about $3,200 per person. And for those that can't afford that sort of money, then you could pledge some money for one of your mates that are in the crew. I know a lot of you are tight with different things. So what I'll do is I'll make a list here of yes, no's, and maybes. I'm a yes. I wouldn't miss seeing you guys on the world stage for all the tea and China with those socks on.
We need you anyway.
Hey, you're still an open
No
medical?
insurance. I thought about it, but if I kidneys my heart back up, and I'm only sick, I'm not dead.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. We could get a great discount.
Yeah, well, I'd have to sell my house just to get out of America again.
Maney,
No, I've no hope.
we're going to work on you, Maney. What? We're going to work on you. Okay, Terry 2 cents.
Yes, definitely.
Great.
I always wanted to die dancing, but I'm not going to do it in Los Vegas.
Diva Mystic.
It's probably maybe because I told you about my teeth quite a while ago,
Yeah.
and it's very, very expensive.
Jeff T-Bone.
I'm not paying my bills, I could scratch up 1,000.
Okay. Wacky Winnie.
Well, actually, I was going to get a better car, and now I'm thinking, forget about the car.
Okay, so there are currently 17 of you confirmed today. To get the people who can put in some that have got the difference, we need $5,500. Okay. From Waiheke Island comes the hip operation crew. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cara and Mamie, I'm going to put you two here. So you're going to stand next to each other, okay? Right in the centre. So Violet's sort of in the centre. Well, we're going to be practicing now without Violet in your dance routine because she's not able to go to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And so she's been the second in command today. Hey, and so is Pat. So they're going to be watching you like hawks. Good. Your hands are cold.
My hands are very rough. And they do get cold too. I been wearing my gloves, but I didn't.
Ready to go, Laney?
Yes.
Watch out, America. Mainie's on the way. To all of you for being the youngest people I've ever met in my life. You look like a lunatic.
Just focus on what you're doing at that very moment. Don't worry about what's coming next in so much of if you start worrying about it, you won't do what you...
I can't turn round and go and walk back to the back row while you're standing in the front. Because that's the way I can't do that while you're standing there doing nothing.
I look at you out of the corner of my eye and I see what you're doing and I do it too. We both do. And then we both turn
You do
together.
that when we're doing it properly, but not when we're
Well,
practicing.
we're not going to do any more practicing, matey. We're going to do the real things you're bossing me about.
You don't do things so well. No, you really haven't done so well. There's just, I'm having to stop. Yeah, I don't like that bit. So just keep,
Oh well, if you've got your shoulder blades well back, you can actually get further back with your arms. So if you're down here,
You know, to come from a little country, New Zealand, and to come here and rip it up, that's what I would say. Yeah. When you get up there, know that we're right next to you. Know that when you perform, that we'll be cheering you guys on. All right? Because you come from a big family, and you see the big family, you see all the other academies, and they're all out there to support you. And we just love having you guys here with us in Las Vegas. And we honor you guys, and wish you the best. And when you get up there, give it your all. All right? Be lions.
here we go. This is going to be great. So we'll just line up here. Do. Right up, okay? Stay in the zone. No talking. So pleased you made it. Here you are, Rachel.
May I have your respectful attention, please? Hip Hop International is dedicated to uniting the world through hip hop dance. As you've seen tonight, hip hop dance transcends language, and its enormous popularity spans the far reaches of the globe. And as you're about to see, hip hop dance touches all ages. Our next performers come from a tiny island off the coast of New Zealand. They range in age